Now, you have been ranked as one of Rolling Stone's greatest guitarists of all time. But a lot of people don't realize. I know, right? Right? I'm digging that up, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Now, a lot of people don't realize that you do a lot of work as a drummer as well. And some of your work was actually on Hail to the Thief. So,
well, I wouldn't want to take too much credit for much drumming. In fact, I mean, there's one track on Hail to the Thief that we did some drumming on, and we play it live. But that is about it. I mean, I like a bit of percussion. I'm a bit of a. We have what we call the Conga 4 in Radiohead, which is all the members minus Tom, and we play percussion ensemble. So I play a bit of tambourine and stuff on the record. Play on Reckoner, play tambourine and shaker. So yeah, I like playing percussion. I'm not good on the drums though. I think Phil's got that pretty well licked. Tom's a pretty mean drummer. Yeah. Johnny likes to try and
likes
Colin
to try. You're
too.
Putting that nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, which do you prefer, like, if you had your choice to just on your own time, what do you like to work with as an instrument?
Guitar.
I
love the guitar.
I figured.
Tom and Johnny's a sort of multi-instrumentalist. Tom's very good on the piano as well, but I've always loved the guitar. I don't know what it is about it. I just, I love the feel of a new guitar, or I love the feel of if you get a great guitar, it just, I love it. There's something there's something just profound there going on. I don't know what it is.
Well, now let me ask you this. Tom York recently stated that In Rainbows was Radiohead's classic album. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel the same? Do you feel like there's more coming from the band? I mean, just you personally.
I definitely think that what we were trying to do is make a classic record in a way that we were trying to regain that kind of ground that we maybe have lost through a bit of experimentation. Or, when we did, after partly with Kid A, it was all about making songs that didn't have necessary verse chorus structures, traditional structures, and there's a lot of sound stuff, and that was really fun. The thing about that, when you do that for about 7-8 years, which is what we did, right, you kind of lose that ability to that initial thing that you had, writing songs quite succinctly, and I think we wanted to sort of reclaim that territory, and it was hard at first. It's hard being direct. It's hard pruning your songs. We used to sort of these songs that sprawled on for 5-6 minutes, and we were like, no, 3.5-4 minutes. It's got to be more direct. So we were we were trying to do that, and who knows whether it'll be seen as a classic record. I mean, those things will only be revealed by the test of time. So we'll just see. Just see.
Okay, I'll take that answer. Now, also on the subject of In Rainbows, this was the one where you guys decided to let your listeners name their price. So it was kind of an experimental idea. Did it come out like you expected it to? Better? Worse? I mean, or did you guys just say, we're going to do this and see what happens?
Well, it was interesting because it was an experiment first and foremost, and how you feel people will pay for it are based entirely on sort of gut feelings. So, and they tend to be how you view humanity. So, I kind of, personally speaking, I thought it was a great idea, and I thought, at least 2/3 of the people will pay money. Well, that wasn't the case, and it's interesting. We just had the breakdown country by country,
right? And
it's interesting because there are definite trends. Like Italy were the most generous. I think 75% of people who downloaded it paid something from
Really?
Italy. Yeah, the UK were the next most generous, and I think about 60% of people, 65% of people in this country, in our country, paid for it. And some places, like I think America was like 45% of the people. But
those
then you
damned
have
Americans.
Well, no, but you see, when you break that down, you have to understand it. You go like, well, there are a lot of students out there, and what we hear about, friends who, students on campuses in America, that, students don't have CD players anymore. They got hard drives. you know, and these hard drives, and they're downloading music for free. That's how they get their music. And I'm not saying, you know, that's wrong. That's just how they do it. That's, you know, as Quincy Jones said about it, he said the genie is out of the bottle. These, you know, there's no going back. There's a whole generation out there who don't expect to pay.
Right.
And it's true. They don't, and you can't criminalize them. That's just, you know, record companies have been slightly late in on the show, if the truth be, you know, they tried to fight all these people and they go, oh, it's brilliant. We'll actually sell records through this way. So it's, you know, there's a whole generation out there. So it's very interesting. It was, and we just literally in the last 2 days had a breakdown of, we've got a fantastic accountant, Adrian Bullock, and he loves his graphs and his things, and he's broken it down country by country throughout the whole world of percentages, who downloaded what they average price was. But it's fantastic reading. It's very interesting. And the Italians come out top.
Really?
Ciao.
Indeed.
Ciao. Thank you.
Well, all right. Now let me ask you this. What do you feel like people don't know about Radiohead as a band or as individual people?
I think the initial thing that I always think is that people always think that we're very highbrow, serious people.
I think you're exactly right.
Yeah. And what we've been trying to desperately do on these webcasts and is to get over the lighter side of it. I mean, a lot of what we do, I mean, we do spend a lot of time laughing. I mean, it's a very important thing. We've been together now. We've been friends since we were 16. Mm-hmm. So we are like brothers. So, you know, there's a lot of laughs. I mean, I think I think certainly we've presented it that way. I mean, when we started, you know, who did we want to be? The coolest band as far as we were concerned were Massive Attack.
Oh,
you know, and their image was dark and foreboding and hard and cool and urban. And, you know, we were never going to be hard, cool and urban coming from Oxford, but we could present a dour face, and, you know, and also we could choose to highlight the things in our lives that were maybe not as good as they might have been. And I think that it's probably a better thing as well for a band as well. Let's be honest, from an early day, if a band is perceived to be serious and highbrow, it's much better than if a band's perceived to be larking around and japing. And we're not like japesters, you know. We're not like, we don't have whoopee cushion jokes or, you know, fart gags or something. But we like a laugh. I mean, we're big into our comedy and our humor and stuff. Yeah.
And I think that's something that has shown up on the videos as well for people who keep an eye on your website, and some of the stuff that you guys have even just posted is funny. And I think people are coming around to the idea that you guys do have a sense of humor, especially Tom York. People are like, oh, that guy's so moody, you know, and it's just like, yeah, he's moody, but, you know, everybody's moody. And one of those is that he does laugh. He does have a sense of humor.
Tom has got the best laugh, I'm telling you. When you do something that makes him laugh and he cracks up, it's brilliant. It's one of the most rewarding things you can do is to make Tom laugh and hear him laugh, because he's sort of, there's an old English comedian called Sid James who used to act in these films there were these British films called the Carry On films, and they were sort of bawdy farces. And Tom's got a laugh like Sid James.
Oh, really? Okay, I have to dig this up now.
Yeah,
I have to dig this up.
Great.
Well, real quick, my last question is, a lot of people have cited you all as a influence, Radiohead being continually an influence on a lot of bands. Who would you say you guys are influenced by?
Oh, well, I mean, the list is long. I mean, it starts with the Beatles, it goes through the Smiths, it goes through Velvet Underground, it goes through Talking Heads, it goes through Eric B. and Rakim, it goes through early techno, it goes through Massive Attack, it goes through MIA, it goes, I mean, the Pixies.
It's a good list.
We could, yeah. I think it's about people who've made good music and done it differently, and put emotion into it, connected with people, and done their thing. And NWA. I mean, music transcends genre. You know,
right,
that's
right.
what it does. Good music transcends genre.
As long as they're passionate about their craft.
Yeah, passionate about their craft, and they're doing it, and they're working hard, and they're doing something different, and they're uplifting people's lives and touching people. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for your time, Ed.
It's a pleasure. Good luck, and I hope you're dried out and
I'll be good. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.